Is this thing on? Hello? Testing, 1, 2.
Pete, it's been so long. I think we might need to dust off the headphones.
Tell me about it, Aimee. You know, I've almost forgotten how to podcast. But look, here we are, back for a very special bonus episode.
Exactly. We couldn't resist jumping on before Series 2. Plus, we've got something very exciting to share today.
Yeah, something or someone new. But first, let's see if we remember how to do this.
Yeah, if we make it to the intro music, we will be all good.
And on that note, cue the music.
Welcome to M&G Agency Life, your regular dose of creativity, insights, and all things Mearns and Gill.
Join us on this whirlwind journey through the world of marketing, design, and digital.
We'll also talk brand, events, media, and lots more.
Like what happens behind the scenes?
Yeah, and the latest industry trends, we've got you covered.
So get ready to dive into the world of agency.
Right, shall we do this?
Oh, heck yes.
So here we go. Welcome to this bonus episode of M&G Agency Life. Aimee, how are you?
Oh, so good, so good. How are you, Pete?
I'm good. Tell me, what's life been like since Series 1 finished? How are you finding your newfound podcast fame?
It's been so nice. Everyone has been recognising me on the street. They're like, we know that voice. Where do we know it from? But yeah, so life has just been boring without you and our podcast. It's been sad.
Well, look, here we are back in the M&G podcast room. I'm really excited to do this bonus episode.
Yep.
And we're going to get into this and tell you a little bit about why we're doing this very soon. We've wrapped up Series 1 and a big thanks to everyone for listening to Series 1. And we're waiting to plan Season 2.
Yeah.
It's in the pipeline. We're thinking we're going to kick that off maybe into next year. But until we get there, we want to jump on and do a bit of a bonus episode. So Series 1 of M&G Agency Life is now in the bag, in the can, as they say. Do you have any best moments? Do you have any memories you want to share, Aimee?
Oh, there were so many. My favourite was obviously the goat PR story. That was classic.
Sarah Bremner and that story about the goat in London. Wow.
Yes, she had good stories, that's for sure. And obviously, Leanne, shout out to Gary Barlow.
Yeah, you know, that got a little bit stalkerish and we're still waiting on a reply from Gary Barlow. If you want to go and listen to that episode, it was the one about events.
It was,
wasn't it?
my favourite.
And also, Comic Sans has its place. That was a quote from one of our designers.
Yep.
Should maybe keep him nameless at the moment to try and protect him. It was a blast and we've had some pretty good feedback, haven't we?
I think it's really good for everyone to see us or hear us and the voice behind Mearns and Gill. So yeah, it's been really fun.
And as for those Season 1 stats, I'm still buzzing about this. Really, really proud of our global reach.
Yeah.
17 countries around the world, but get this, 102 different cities. So once again, a big thank you to you, our podcast listener, for making this happen.
Thank you. But Pete, we're not here purely to reminisce about Series 1. Nope, we have a bonus episode which is all about a new member of our team.
Yeah, that's right. There is indeed a new guy in town. There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
We are delighted to introduce our new digital lead, Kevin Mitchell, everybody. Hi, Kevin.
Hello there.
We'll just keep this applause rolling.
Yeah.
I'm so used to that level of hello, so no, that's quite good.
Welcome not only to Mearns and Gill, but welcome to the M&G podcast and the podcast room. It's great to have you here. How are you doing?
Big guys, long time listener, first time appearance.
So we can get your views on Series 1. How was it for you?
I enjoyed Series 1. I enjoyed hearing from the team and what they do, you know, from Poppy and design to hearing about Andrew apparently has a terrible diet as well. I was picking up. Yes,
touchy subject, that one, those fish and chip lunches that he's had. We just wanted to do a very quick bonus episode of M&G Agency Life to find out a little bit about you. Now, Kevin, we've met in the past. We've bumped paths before. Wait a minute, what am I trying to say here?
Bumped into each other across the path.
We've crossed paths. Yeah, that's
we've
what I meant.
partied before. Yes, we have. Yeah,
we've partied and we've crossed paths in the before, but we've never worked together in a professional capacity.
That's true.
I'm going with the word professional. Tell us. So, I mean, you're very early days. You're 2 weeks in the door. How's it all going so far?
That is a loaded question. No, but honestly, it's been great. Everyone's been wonderful here. You know, you join an organisation, you're always unsure about the people, the challenge, but I have to say, you know, the culture here at Mearns and Gill is fantastic. And yeah, it's been an excellent past 2 weeks.
Good.
You've been great.
And, thank you for making me no longer the new guy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You've taken over that. You are now the new guy. But we're all genuinely really excited to have you here as digital lead and excited about what you're going to add to the team and what your plans are.
Yeah, me too.
So another loaded question for you then, Kevin. As our new digital lead, can you tell us what excites you most about your role and what you think the biggest opportunities are in digital marketing right now?
I've worked in several marketing integrated agencies in my career, but not one as broad as what you're doing here at Mearns & Gill.
Yeah.
Also, not one with as much heritage that Mearns & Gill have. And that in itself was quite attractive. I love using digital to solve problems, be it problems with reach, be it problems with conversion. I love how digital can connect and find solutions and achieve results. So working here where you cross not just brand and design, but expanding into events, that opens up a whole new set of challenges and opportunities that I can't wait to get my hands in and work out how we can leverage digital to kind of achieve a different level of result.
Yeah, so it's almost like that part of the business is almost like a new space for you to dip your toe into and have a bit of fun with.
It is problem solving every day, but now it's how do we use for that level of digital problem solving in the event space. I think that's a great challenge.
Yeah, it will be. Kevin, I've got to ask you something. Tell us about your glasses, because there's been some weird stuff happening.
Yeah, it scared us a little bit when we came in, wasn't it?
Look, I like technology. What can I say? They're the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Right.
I picked these up when I was in the US last year. And yeah, they've got cameras and they've got AI all integrated in it.
Aimee,
Wow.
Aimee,
Right.
I think he's a spy.
Yeah. Don't say anything.
I know, careful what you say.
Quiet.
So you were filming us through your glasses. You did tell us you were doing that, so that's fine.
It's okay. I just got a bit of a fright because you were lit up a little bit in front of me, but we're fine.
Yeah, they light up.
I was just saying to you last week that you are so into your gadgets. Your notepad's a gadget.
Love it.
As well.
It is my little remarkable. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And you look at Kevin's desk. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Aimee, but he's
Yeah.
got like extra monitors and a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's like mission control.
Yeah, NASA.
See, this is my thing. I just love how technology solves problems. I hate gadgets, full disclosure.
What?
Gadgets are fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool. I love things that do things, but I love technology that solves problems. I love it. So yeah.
Cool. You're already bringing in things I've never seen
Yeah,
before. I mean, those
exactly.
glasses are a cut above. So we've spoke about digital trends in season 1. We touched on it. But from your perspective, what should businesses be focusing on right now in order to just stay ahead of the game?
Do you know what? That I think is probably the most important question that people should be asking and businesses should be asking themselves. You know, digital, social, email marketing, it's all evolved and people are using it, or typically using it in those traditional methods to market, to communicate. And we're not in that landscape anymore. I think people need to, or organizations need to recognize that social has a specific value of reach and relationship that is different from marketing digitally, which has a place of conversion. Not that these things are isolated, they do overlap, but approaching digital and digital marketing in those ways yields huge results for brand and for growth.
Okay.
That I don't think organizations are quite looking at in that specific. They're too busy trying to tick and achieve those sort of, I need to do this exercise, therefore I need to market my business. No. You need to build your brand. You need to communicate and build your business.
Yeah.
I think that's what businesses are quite leveraging, right?
Okay. And that's why you're here. You're here to help businesses do this and get ahead of the game.
In a very exciting way, yes, that.
Do you have a preferred platform? What is your platform of choice for, let's say, both for fun and then for business as well?
Okay, I'm glad you asked it like that because I can't have one. That's like, which of your children are your favourite? You know, I think...
Have you got a favourite child?
No, I don't. But let's go back to...
Do you have a favourite dog, Aimee?
I can't answer that.
In case they're listening.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Let's go back to the question at hand.
There are different purposes. I mean, you can't talk about having a favourite channel without reaching towards TikTok and what it's achieved over these past few years. I think TikTok is so exciting and has fundamentally changed short form content in ways that I don't think anyone really expected. So I love TikTok. I love it for an educational, fun, humorous place to be.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Instagram definitely holds the candle.
Okay.
It's a far more mature platform. The way that Instagram has stories, has the grid, has reels, I think that's extremely clever. The way you can leverage different parts of Instagram to reach different audiences and be entertained at the same time. I think, as much as I love TikTok, I think Instagram's definitely my most interesting, most exciting platform.
Yeah. Okay. And it is all about that, getting that balance right between great content that's going to make someone stop and watch your reel, or, kind of take note of what you're telling them, but also the frequency and making sure you're kind of targeting the right audience.
100% that. I mean, I think Ryanair is a great organizational example of being different things in different ways and channels. Who Ryanair are on TikTok is vastly different from who they are on other marketing channels, because they can be on TikTok. On an Instagram, Ryanair can engage with their customers, or businesses, to speak more broader, can engage with their customers in a more manicured content through their grid, or in a more personable way through their stories, or in a very humorous way through their reels. And that's on one channel that they can achieve all of those things.
Okay, we've spoken about Ryanair. How about other industries and brands and things? Like, how are they using digital marketing to sell their products or their brands?
I think, of course, being a fan of tech, my use of digital or my digital comms, I get a lot of digital comms from different tech organizations. In fact, my notebook's a good example, actually, my Remarkable notebook. I'd done some research on the Remarkable notebook through their website. I had a look at some YouTube videos. The next thing I know, my email, I'm receiving emails from Remarkable about how, not about the product itself, but how the product can solve the problems of me as a professional, lands in my email. Then I open up my Instagram and I'm seeing videos from other either users, tech influencers, or even YouTubers who create content about workflows, talking about the Remarkable tablet, now appears on my feed. And then I open up YouTube and there are reviews on the Remarkable tablets now on my YouTube.
Wow.
So from my email to my social to my content consumption is now peppered with, it will help you, our product will help you, directly from the brand, to hi, we're tech reviewers and this product's good, to people saying, hey, we use this product and it really helped us. And all those little mini messages go and make me buy a Remarkable tablet because they managed to hit and identify certain things that matter to me. Whether it was, okay, it looks good, but I'm not going to be motivated by a purchase because it looks good. Great, reviewers are saying it's great, but I'm not going to be motivated because they're maybe paid reviewers. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, some industry professional says, actually, it helped me solve that problem. And I'm like, that's my problem. That's going to solve. And then off I go and it helps me with a purchase decision. So, yeah.
This stuff just blows my mind. I just find it incredible that that's all planned, because I'm like, oh, I've just seen that again. Oh, isn't that a coincidence?
I know.
Well, that's the thing. Even me, as someone who understands it and can be cynical to it, and I can identify it, I'm still influenced by it.
Oh, yeah.
It can still drive me through.
It's amazing now people are like, oh, this has just come up on my Facebook. And I was like, yeah, because you were speaking about it. Yeah. And they can listen to you and it blows people's minds. Like,
or your friends were speaking about it. Is
exactly.
The one that gets
just round you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to speak about yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
I love it.
I heard a story about someone who was wanting her boyfriend to propose to her. So she kept on... She kept on like talking about engagement rings and things around his digital devices.
Oh, I mean, if he's going to do it, he's going to do it. He doesn't need to be influenced by social media, though, really.
Well, I know.
Well,
I guess it'll help him choose the right ring.
Yes, exactly.
So what happens once you've actually bought the device, and then, how do you make it all stop? Because it's like, yeah, I got it. Calm down.
So they should. Some brands are not so good at that.
Right.
Some brands are not so good at it, and they don't have exclusion lists inside of their targeted marketing, which you can and should have, so that A, you stop saying buy our product, or B, you move them through to the next stage of being an actual consumer or owner of your product. So you should start to communicate them about ways that it could solve their problem, or help me become an advocate of their product by showing me content that becomes shareable. So like we've had a conversation about the Remarkable tablet. They should be diverting content to me. as a known purchaser in an attempt to give a resource to you for you to become a purchaser. So there are things that brands can and should do.
Yeah.
So even after a purchase is done, how can you inform, educate, turn into brand advocate, turn into influencers themselves passively?
Wow. We could talk about this all day. You're just blowing my mind right here, Kevin. So on a lighter note, what is something surprising or fun about digital marketing that most people might not know? I think you've already done that with that last answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think most of the things can become quite scary about, when you get into the depths of what is potential with cookie tracking and persona. That it can be quite scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, thank you for not getting too in depth with us. That was getting a little bit technical.
Over our heads.
But really, really interesting. I guess a lot of our clients or people in the surrounding areas don't necessarily have the big budgets like Ryanair and things to spend on digital marketing. So how can they, smaller businesses or smaller brands use digital marketing for their benefit?
I think that's the one thing that organizations can miss or assume that the success of organizations like Ryanair or Remarkable is because of their size or because of their perceived market and budget. And I think that's only half true. I think what every single organization has the capability to do is commit to a bit of digital investment, be that purely internal or be that supported by external agency or be that within a dedicated budget to achieve a goal. Whatever level it is you're on, you can achieve to a local degree what the likes of Ryanair or Remarkable are doing. Setting up your websites that have tracking on it is a very simple thing that you can do with yourselves or with your agency partner, which yields huge amounts of knowledge and reach.
Okay.
Working on what your pillars are of your business and why that matters to a user will, with a small exercise, turn into tens, if not hundreds of pieces of content ideas that you can work on. And content doesn't need to be produced by production studio and media teams. They can be produced by talented individuals in your team or through agency partners, and they can be produced by the devices that sit in your pocket. And I would say, to a degree, they should be. They should be created with the devices that you have in your pocket with a bit of thought so that you can create meaningful, less manicured and personable messaging to your audiences that move them further down that sales funnel.
Yeah, and I like the idea about showcasing your own team. That's pretty much what we're doing right here, isn't it? And that allows people to get to know your team, adds a bit of personality, which is great. And you also mentioned doing all this, but with the devices that are in your pocket. And I guess that's where we kind of get into different tiers of production. And I know that we've spoken before, Kevin, you like the idea of getting content out quickly and getting it done, but obviously making sure it's great. But there's different tiers you can look at. You can look at your high value production, which we do through in our studio next door. But equally, if there's stuff you can turn around quite quickly and easily, it's about that being consistent and having that presence, isn't it?
I think that 100%, and you're right, we've had this conversation, of course, broadcast quality, manicured production, marketing material can and always will be of a certain standard. But that content is produced for a certain reason to reach people on a certain platform in a certain way.
Yeah.
But people are consuming content, as we said, on TikTok, they're consuming content on Instagram, they're consuming content everywhere. So take your phone out of your pocket, make it less manicured. Tier 1 or Tier 2, as I would call it.
Yeah.
Not the top level, Tier 3. You should be creating that content.
Kevin, thank you so much for sharing all your digital insights with us today. It's been great. You've blown our minds and hey, I'm excited. I'm excited about working with you. Yeah? You're still creeped out by those glasses, aren't you?
I keep looking at you like you're somebody in the Matrix or something. I'm like, don't look, don't make eye contact.
So we're going to take things back a level, Kevin. You're coming up to 2 weeks here at Mearns & Gill, and we've got a bit of a Mearns & Gill initiation test for you. How's that sound? Uh-oh. It's fine.
It's okay.
We're gonna give you a rapid fire question set. Okay, we've got 10 questions. You've got to answer as quickly as possible with the first thing that comes into your mind. Are you up for this?
Let's go.
Okay, take it away, Aimee.
Number 1, tea or coffee?
Water.
If you could straight away. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Favorite social media platform?
TikTok or Instagram.
He's not committing to one, is he? Early bird or night owl?
Ooh, well, technically both. this is a random thing. Hey, I have narcolepsy, so I can be awake in the day or the night. Doesn't matter to me.
Oh, wow.
I'm awake. I'm ready. Apart from when I'm not.
Didn't see that coming. All right.
No. What's your most embarrassing song on your playlist?
Oh, God. I'm not ashamed to admit that my playlist is full of Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Come at me.
No
I'm
way.
in.
Embarrassed about
I'm
Taylor?
in.
Are you kidding me?
No lies.
I thought you were cool. Favorite marketing buzzword?
Oh, I like intersection.
Intersection.
I love intersection. I like talking about how things overlap, cross support. I like intersection.
Fancy. This could be make or break. Not going to lie, Kevin. Cats or dogs?
My dog Agnes would freak out with me if I didn't give her a name call. Yeah,
That's
my
adorable.
border terrier Agnes, who did feature. Have you got border terrier? Oh my God, we're now best friends.
They're now sharing dog photos.
Oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
Apologies about the wild levels there. Aimee just screamed into her mic with excitement.
Just to give my dog some credit, Agnes was in Aldi Scotland's pet campaigns
Oh my
this
God,
year.
no. Oh,
She was. Yes.
Does she do the little summer products or anything?
Yeah, she does.
No,
Yeah,
she doesn't. I'm
does.
obsessed with them. There's a little bed, the little sun bed outside that I really wanted to get for my dogs, and it was because Agnes is sitting there my dogs would never sit on those beds.
So you actually know Agnes? You've seen this?
Yes. I'm part of
Agnes?
this Border Terriers Owner Club page on a Facebook, and everyone always shares Agnes's ads. They're like, she's
She's
an
famous.
influencer.
Guys, this is supposed to be rapid fire.
Sorry.
We've spoken about Agnes for about 10 minutes.
my heart's
Right, back
racing.
into this. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, okay. So the probably the most meaningful piece of advice I've received, and I share this with my kids all the time, is what other people think or say about you is none of your business.
Oh, brilliant.
Love that.
Yeah.
Must keep that on board. If you weren't in digital marketing, what would you be doing?
Do you know what? Batman.
As if you have a choice to do that.
Wouldn't we all? And finally, let's wrap this up. Pineapple on a pizza? Yes or no?
Hell yes.
Sorry, I'm still getting
I've got to say, I don't mind it. I don't mind. I can live with pineapple on a pizza.
Do you know what? As long as there's space for anchovies, I'm in. So yeah, I'm anchovies, but pineapple on a pizza. Oh yeah.
No.
Well, this has been a wild ride. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on this bonus episode of M&G Agency Life. How's it been for you?
Just been. Do you know what? I'm now on the podcast, not just a listener.
Exactly.
There
It's
we
like a
go.
dream come true. Yeah.
And we'll come back to you for Series 2, which is in the pipeline. We'll keep you updated on that.
As always, if you'd like to know more about anything we've discussed, just drop us a line. You can find us on Instagram at MearnsGill, and you can find Mearns Gill on Facebook, LinkedIn, or online.
And you can also text us directly from your podcast platform. We'd love a text. Please do get in touch. And if you hit subscribe, you'll be notified when the next bonus episode or new series drops. That's it. Little check-in with Kev. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. See you soon.
See you next time.